this thing comes in like a million pieces, so let's see if I remember how to put it all together. So before I put this back together, I have to put my drum back together after washing it, and there's literally like 16 of these little discs, and just one of them is separate and one of them is different, and that one has to go down first. So that's, I'm gonna go through and look through all of them and see if I can find the one that's different, and then I can stack the rest of them up. Oh, here it is, number 1. So this one will go on first. And then you just line them up. And the rest just fit on there right on top of another, like so. This little tool. Now it's very important that every single time you use the milk separator that you take this thing completely apart. All the discs have to be separated, soaked, washed, all that jazz. Now the first time I had gotten this, I did not know that. I read through the instructions, but this is literally like what it comes with. There's not a whole lot of pages, and something really gross happened. It rotted milk in there, because basically all the milk is going through each and every one of those discs. It's just part of the system that helps separating the cream. And so since, I mean, because when I got this, it came like this. It didn't come in all those separate discs, like, and I had to put it together. It came like this. And I didn't realize that it came apart. And so what had happened is all that milk rotted in there, got disgusting. The flies laid eggs, and then there were maggots all up in there. It was disgusting. I was very tempted just to throw the whole thing away, but that would have been a horrible idea. I just had to soak it, rinse it, soak it, rinse it, soak it, and wash it over and over and over. And then I ran a lot of water through the system before I even considered using it again. And now I know to make sure you completely take it apart is kind of a pain. There being like 15 individual little discs in there, and I've actually even cut myself on one before. They're kind of sharp, so make sure you completely take apart this entire drum every single time you use it. Next, this is the little cream separator that I was talking about. We want to make sure that it is completely, let me see here. So it says to turn it to the left to make it thicker, you use this little tool. I want it very, very thick because I'm making butter. Okay. And it goes on just like that. If you do it too much, it will come out though. No. These two pieces, and this is where you'll actually get cream from one side and then you'll get your fat-free milk on the other. Obviously the one with the bigger hole is going to go first. And where is my other? There it is. And then this separates it. Obviously they're numbered, so 3rd, 4th, 5th, like so. And so what you will do is you'll have 2 bowls on either side here, one to catch the cream and one to catch the milk. That sits on top. And then here is the bowl that everything will get poured into, but you need to put your little floater in there first, and these little bubble things go down. It's like a little float. And then this just sits right on top. See if I can raise you up just a little bit more again. Okay. Still feel like you can't really. Oh, here is what we're looking like, and then we have one more piece, and this goes right inside of here. And actually what this does is this turns it on and off, so you can, if there's an issue or if there's a leak somewhere, then you can turn it off. And then pretty much you put all of your, pour your milk in here, and it will do its thing and it will come out each side. Okay, I'm trying to get the best shot here, and I'm not sure if you can see it all, but I have my milk separator all set up, and I have 2 bowls on either side where the cream would come out one side and my skim milk would be coming out the other. Now, it's always recommended that you do a batch of hot water first before every single milk separation, and that's just to help make sure that everything's running correctly and clear out any debris that might be left over that maybe didn't get completely cleared out. So that's what we're going to do now. I'm going to go ahead and turn it on, and my bowl is full of hot water, and like I said, this little doohickey right there in the middle, I'm not sure if I can turn it up any. Sorry for the horrible view here. I only have so much counter space. As soon as I turn this, then the water will start separating. This is kind of like my on-off switch, if you will. So that's not supposed to make that sound. And this actually happened the last time I did this. I had to have my husband help me because I didn't set something up correctly. Here. Okay, maybe I fixed it. I guess we'll find out here in a minute. If it makes sounds, then we know I didn't fix it. Okay, that's what it's supposed to sound like. Now I'm going to twist this, and now it'll come out. I think we're good now. It shouldn't be that loud. Okay, I'm going to try this one more time. See, this is still spitting. Just making sure it's not making any noise the more I twist this up and down. I think it was just water, because I'm making a mess. Even if I wanted to return it, I can't, because I'm past my window. So I'm stuck with it. I'm determined to make it work. I swear it's like an airplane taking off. It takes forever for it to wind down. Okay. Okay, now is it going to work? So far so good. Set it get up and going first, and then we're going to turn it on and let the rest of the water go through. And that is what it's supposed to sound like. I'm going to call that a win. Alright, let's get the milk. Yes, I need a step stool because I'm short. Okay, hot milk is loaded. Let's turn it on. So this will be the fat-free milk. This would be the cream. That looks pretty thin, honestly, but this is what I'd be using to try to make butter. sure you take this ring off too. As you can see, milk will get stuck up underneath. I can't even take this off. There we go. It'll get stuck underneath. Comes with this little toothbrush to really get in all the grooves. So as you can see, that is a lot of pieces after everything is taken apart, and I have not quite made up my mind yet if it's worth it. Okay, so overall, I just realized I didn't do like an ending for that video, and I was editing it earlier while I'm clearly getting off work. I was doing it on my break, don't judge me. Anyways, for that Vevor cream separator, overall, I mean, for the cost of it, I paid a little over $100 for it, and I don't think that it's a bad price considering the issues that I had with it, and then I was able to figure out what was going on, and I was able to fix it. I wish that the manual would have been a little bit more specific or with troubleshooting issues, and I clearly couldn't find any videos online, which is why I was recording this to begin with. I had mentioned that it wasn't the first time of me dealing with that like clunky noise, you know, then the manual telling me that that little twisty base was just to raise and lower the parts of the machine was false. I mean, it clearly had more to do with it, the centrifugal force of it, it's spinning and whatnot. So if it was up too high, it made it so it didn't spin correctly, and it bounced around, and it definitely could have ruined the whole machine if I would have kept running it that way. But overall, I think it really depends on how much you're going to use it. You seen how many pieces there were, and you seen how many pieces you had to take apart and to clean, and what happens if you don't clean it right. But I think, you know, myself, as I'm just kind of diddy-daddling in cheese making and butter, it's not exactly worth it for me right now. Have I put it up for sale? Absolutely not, because I'm not ready to just like throw in the towel and say I don't want it anymore. I think if you owned more goats than I do, or you have a dairy cow where you are dealing with a lot of milk and you're wanting to make cheeses and butters, I think that it would be a great opportunity for you. You know, once a week to go through and heat up all your milk and make a shit ton of butter or whatever. But for me, just doing 2 gallons a week, I'm not sure if that's worth it for me. But you can make your own decision. That was my honest review of the Vevor milk separator. Let me know if you guys have one or were thinking about getting one, and if you've had any issues with yours. That has been my one and only issue, was the clunky noise. But other than that, I mean, it works like it's supposed to. And after you figure out how all the pieces go together and know that the drum is supposed to come apart into like 16 different pieces and clean every single tiny little one, it's not so bad.